Hey, how's it going today, everybody? This is Troy with the Half Court Report, and very excited to do this video because this is where I'm going to make my picks for March Madness. All the teams, I don't know, however many teams there are, going to make my picks, going to make what I hope to be the perfect bracket. So, let's quit jabbering our way. Let's get into it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Fresh NBA content and even NCAA content coming at you all the time. Okay. Let's go with the East first. We got UConn and Stetson. You know, I love good Stetson hat like everybody, but got to go with UConn here. Click. FAU and Northwestern. FAU, they were having a really good season. Northwestern, it's a little high for a 9 seed to me. Let's do FAU there. San Diego State and UAB. I like San Diego State. Let's see, Auburn and Yale. Auburn, they won, the SEC tournament, I believe. Let's put them over Yale, even though I do have most of my viewers are Ivy League graduates. That's what my analytics tell me. Sorry to Yale, though. BYU and Duquesne. Let's do an upset alert because Duquesne, they're on an 8-game winning streak. First time in the tournament in almost 50 years. Let's put Duquesne over BYU. I like Illinois over Morehead State. Illinois, they have Coleman Hawkins, who's a potential NBA player. Terrence Shannon Jr. on the team. He just had like a 40-point game against Nebraska, I think, in their tournament game. Washington State and Drake. Another upset. Let's do Drake. Iowa State and South Dakota State. Iowa State, I think, is going to make a huge run in this tournament. We'll save more of that for later. But Iowa State in the bracket there. Let's go over to the South region. Houston and Longwood. I've never heard of that school, and they are not going to beat Houston. So Houston with the win there. Nebraska and Texas A&M. So I'm not from Nebraska, but I used to work at the University of Nebraska. They never make the tournament, but they're on a bit of a run. Fred Hoiberg starting to pull things together for the Huskers. So, gonna vote with my heart instead of my head here. Put Nebraska over Texas A&M. Wisconsin versus James Madison. Never bet on a president unless the school is named after Millard Fillmore. Gonna go with Wisconsin there. Duke will beat Vermont. I would eat my Stetson hat if not. Texas Tech and NC State. NC State, of course, just had the major upset against UNC. But I'm afraid their luck is going to end here. Texas Tech. Kentucky, of course, will beat Oakland. Apologies to Kendrick Nunn. Florida versus, Boise State and University of Colorado. I actually like University of Colorado. So we're going to put University of Colorado over Florida. Marquette, of course, over Western Kentucky. The Hilltoppers. More like the losing first rounders. We have, in the West region now, North Carolina Tar Heels versus either Howard or Wagner, if you're a German fan. But it's going to be UNC there. Mississippi State. I used to work at Mississippi State, too. So I'm going to put them over Michigan State. I actually think they probably will win over Michigan State, though. St. Mary's over St. Mary's versus Grand Canyon. This is a tough one for me because I remember back when I was getting my degrees from the University of Phoenix, my PhD, my doctorate of veterinary medicine, my law degree, I mean, just to name a few. When I was getting those degrees at the University of Phoenix, I would also often go to our Grand Canyon games. They were a big in-state rival, of course. So, St. Mary's, you get the win over Grand Canyon. What's with that logo? GCU? Come on. It's just purple letters. It's not even designed really that well. Come on. University of Phoenix all day. Go whatever our mascot is. Go them. Alabama over Charleston, yes, indeedy. Clemson and New Mexico. Two teams I don't know anything about. So, let's pick New Mexico. Because I'm a fan of Breaking Bad. How about that? Baylor versus Colgate. Never bet on the toothpaste. Baylor over Colgate. If it was the University of Cincinnati, maybe we'd have a different story. Dayton and Nevada. I love the game of Daron Holmes, Mr. Holmes from Dayton. I'm going to pick them. I think they're kind of a low seed at 7, if we're being honest. Arizona and Long Beach State. Arizona, they got a lot of NBA prospects. Pell Larson. What's his name? Kai Boswell. They got another guy whose name I can't think of. They're all going to be like second rounders probably. But kind of reminds me of that Oregon team from a few years ago when they had Tyler Dorsey, Dylan Brooks, Jordan Bell, Chris Boucher, just a lot of second round to undrafted type NBA players, but they all played together really well and fit in. So I'm going to go with Arizona. Okay, now to the last one, Midwest. Purdue over, what's that, Montana State and Grambling, maybe? I don't know. Purdue, I mean, Zach Edey is a monster in college basketball. Utah State over the Horned Frogs of TCU. I'm going to go with Utah State here. I'm going to go with Gonzaga over McNeese. Does anyone know where McNeese is? Is there a McNeese graduate or a McNeese alum or something in my comments? If so, where is McNeese? No idea. Kansas and Samford. I was impressed that Samford has such a good basketball program. But I mean, KU, of course, you got Hunter Dickinson. I don't know if he'll play in the tournament, though. You've got Kevin McCullough. Don't know if he'll play in the tournament. You've got Johnny Furphy. Check out my video on Johnny Furphy. Could be a first-round pick in the NBA draft if he declares. Doing Kansas over Samford. South Carolina, I think they're a really low seed at number 6. So I'm going to put them over Oregon. I could see South Carolina doing well in this thing. Ooh. But they will have to get past Creighton first. Ryan Kalkbrenner, Baylor Shireman, Trey Alexander, I think. I always think he's the brother of Tyshawn Alexander, who used to play at Creighton, but I don't think there's any relation. Anyway, I live in Omaha now. I don't work for a university anymore, but I follow Creighton. And, as much as a displaced Memphis Tigers fan can. And, I want them to do well. Not sure how they'll do against South Carolina this next round, but more on that in a minute. Okay, so then I've got Creighton over the Blue Jays over University of Akron with another. Did they hire the Grand Canyon people to do their logo? I mean, come on. Texas versus, Virginia did make it. Virginia or Colorado State. Texas. And Tennessee over St. Peter's. Dalton Connect. How are you going to do in this tournament? You're like 28 years old, but one of the best players in college basketball. Excited to see how Dalton Connect and Tennessee do. So as a Memphis fan, who, of course, did not make this tournament because they kind of choked throughout the season, a lot of Memphis fans are not big fans of Tennessee. There's that in-state rivalry there, but I think Tennessee will win against St. Peter's. Okay, round of 32. UConn and FAU. FAU, they did have that miracle run last year, but I'm going to pick UConn over them. I'm going to pick Auburn over San Diego State. I'm going to pick Illinois over Duquesne. I'm going to pick Iowa State over Drake. I'm going to pick, Nebraska, Houston, Duke, Wisconsin. Who does Wisconsin have NBA related? I'm always so surprised. They're such a high seed. Like, who are they? They had Frank Kaminsky back in the day, Johnny Davis. Who else comes out of Wisconsin? Duke, Texas Tech, or Kentucky. Really excited to see how Calipari. That's a whole nother heartbreak for Memphis fans, but I'm excited to see how Kentucky does in this tournament, just because I like to follow all the NBA players. Colorado or Marquette. I like Marquette a lot, with Oso Ighodaro from San Diego and El Dorado. Let's do Marquette. And they got that little point guard. I don't remember him playing in the tournament though. Can't remember his name, but I think he's a Tyler Kolek. Collect calls. This is Tyler. Don't know if he's playing in the tournament. Mississippi State and do I do UNC here? They have Armando Bacot. What is his name? I'm doing Mississippi State over North Carolina. St. Mary's and Alabama. St. Mary's and Alabama. St. Mary's it is. And Baylor over New Mexico. They have Jacoby Walter. He's part Jaw. He's part Kobe. He's Jacoby. And they have Eves Missy, the big center. Both freshmen, but doing very well. Dayton and Arizona. Yeah, I got to go with Arizona here. I think they're going to make a run. I see Purdue going far. I see Kansas beating Gonzaga. I see South Carolina beating Creighton. I just do. I see Tennessee beating Texas. Now we are at, is that it? Yes, now we're at our round of 16. I see UConn beating Auburn. I see Iowa State beating Illinois. I see, hold on, let me be consistent, stay up here. Duke over Houston. I almost clicked Marquette. I want to do it, but I'm going to go with Kentucky. Reed Shepherd, Rob Dillingham. Man, he's like the next Darius Garland, maybe. Small little point guard who just lights it up. Maybe Lou Williams. I don't know. But yeah, Kentucky over Marquette. St. Mary's over Mississippi State. Way to go, St. Mary's. You do you, St. Mary's. Nice job. Arizona over Baylor. Is this where Purdue's run ends against Kansas? Zach Edey, Hunter Dickinson. Yes. Kansas over Purdue. Tennessee over South Carolina. This is getting interesting now. What are we at? The Elite Eight. I got Iowa State over UConn. Iowa State, I'm really interested in, they have that one guy, Taron Lipsey. He's pretty good. They have another guy, like Milan Momovic. He's a freshman, but he's from Wisconsin or Iowa or something. But he's really good. I could see him, maybe if he has a good tournament, maybe declaring for the draft, potentially. And then we have Duke and Kentucky. Yeah, I mean, Duke, Kyle Filipowski, Tyrese Proctor, Jared McCain, what's his name, Mark Mitchell, all of those guys are potential, and some more than potential, NBA prospects. I'm sure there's one or two I'm forgetting on the Duke side. Kentucky, they get a lot of good guys too, though. Ooh, that'll be a good game. That would be a really good game. But I'm going Duke. You guys let me know what you think. Would Duke beat Kentucky? Let me know. And we have, yes, Arizona. And the run of Dalton Connect ends here. We have Kansas. I'm really not just saying this because my wife is a KU grad 2 times over. I'm really not just saying that. Okay, Final Four. Iowa State, Arizona, Duke, and Kansas. Iowa State versus Duke. You know, I'm going to go Iowa State. Final points scored. 191 total. And I'm not really doing this. I haven't done an account or anything, so I don't have anything to submit. But that's my pick. Iowa State over Duke in the finals in Glendale, Arizona on April 8th. I'm going to be there with all of my friends and fraternity brothers from the University of Phoenix. We are going to have a great time. So, thanks for tuning into the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. We will do this again next year, but I have more videos coming out very, very soon. And also, please watch my Domantas Sabonis video that I did the other day because nobody's watching it, and it's like 10 out of 10. And it's a good video, I think. So if you're a Sacramento Kings fan or a Sabonis fan or basketball fan, watch the video, please. Please, I beg you. Okay, have a good one. Enjoy the basketball games. Let me know your picks in the comments, of course, and I will see you next time on the Half Court Report. Have a great day, everybody.